I'm here because I am a roaring lion crying out righteousness. Barack Hussein, the long-legged Mac Daddy Obama, won the Georgia Senate race last night. I'm sure you're all aware of it. And the liberals, the leftists, the Democrats, they are going berserk with the fact that Obama was able to go down to Georgia. Somebody said the devil went down to Georgia. I'm not calling Obama, well, he's a son of the devil. Who's that song, Brother Bob Jackson? Bob Jackson, are you listening? The devil went down to Georgia. I'm looking at coughing myself. The devil went down to Georgia and won the Senate race last night. The devil went down to Georgia. Obama went down to Georgia. So, and the liberals, the Democrats, man, those people, they've been partying all night long. They had to get they've been bringing in Jay-Z champagne. Well, I shouldn't give him any plug here today because I'm going to be taking a swing at him a little bit later on today. But, here, I want to say this to you. The Lord, and there's some of you out there know this, the Lord Jesus Christ sent me to defeat Obama. Now, there's some of you that know that, others of you don't know it and won't be able to understand how. But there's some of you out there in your heart, you know that when you first heard my voice back in 2007 and 2008, you knew that God sent me. And there's some others of you out there who knows that Obama was not able to get the programs across that he wanted to get across because I was a constant voice here in Harlem, New York City, calling him the long-legged Mac Daddy. And it intimidated him because he knew that I knew who he was. He knew I knew who he was, and he was afraid of my power with God. He knew that who I am, well, not was, but who I am. He knew that. And therefore, what he did, nothing to help the so-called black people. And it was one of the most racist races that has ever been run. Even when Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson ran for president, it wasn't as racist as Obama's run. That was one of the most racist events. And I can tell you this now. The struggling that's going on in America, even with the devil going down to Georgia, and what's going on in Georgia right now is because of the racism that was produced by Obama, by his candidacy, and by his, whatever you want to call it, presidency, if you want to call it that. I don't. But yes, the Lord sent me to defeat him. And God sent me here to defend the Hamite man because Obama came to steal his blackness. Black people had a couple of things going for them. One is that they had the church and they were holding the fort and holding the line on same-sex marriages. Now, you go in any Baptist, Methodist, Pentecostal church, Church of God in Christ, Catholic church, if it's predominantly black, you're going to find a whole lot of homosexuals up there on the choir. You're going to find a whole lot of lesbian women on the choir. You go in the Baptist church you want to go into. It don't matter which one you want to go. You're going to find a whole lot of homosexual people, men and women on the instruments. You sure enough going to do it. No, you're going to do it. I got news for you. You can go in any Baptist church, black, Methodist, Pentecostal, you're going to find a whole lot of homosexual preachers standing in the pulpit with robes on, talking about Jesus and talking in tongues, but they're homosexual. And everybody knows that. Whatever everybody knows it. What's the big secret? What's the big deal? But the one thing that they had going for them is that they were never going to make it a law because they knew what they were doing was against God. And many of them were singing on the choir and playing the organ and preaching sermons to thank God that he had not put out their life for the acts that they were doing homosexual act. But hey, everybody know the pulpit, the choir, the organ, the pew, down in the kitchen too. Yeah. So Obama stole that. Here's another thing Obama did. He stole the one thing that black people had that the world respected. Now, you live over there in Europe, you come over here to America, first thing you want to do is get in the black church so you can hear the gospel choir. You want to hear the black people gospel singing. Well, everybody knows they did. But the one thing that they had on the entire world is that they would not allow. But when Obama came, he stole that from the church. There's another thing Obama did too. If you go back to 2007, 2006, 2005, 2004, 2003, 2002, 2001, 2000, and back yonder, most black churches were pretty much filled on Sunday morning. Most of them, not just the mega churches, but most black churches were just about filled on Sunday morning before Obama. So he stole the one thing that the black folk had over the government, over the world, is that they could, the power of the church to deny homosexuality. Obama stole that, took it away, castrated them. The other thing is that most people went to church. Most black people went to church on Sunday morning. Some went there drunk. Others went there getting out of the bed with a prostitute. Others went there fighting with their wives on the way to the church in the car. But they went to church. And they went to church. And some of them tried to do good deeds. Some of them actually tried to follow the golden rule. Drunk, if you will. Some of them, but the black people went to church. But after Obama, they gave up on God and started worshiping that man. And you can't find 10 people in the average black church today. After Obama, they gave up on God, and all they want to hear is Obama. He became their savior. He became their Lord. He sure enough did. So Obama took away the black church authority, then emptied them out. You can go in the average black church now, and you can drive a tractor trailer down the center aisle. And you can alley dock that bad boy if you know about alley docking. Yes, you can. You turn that bad boy around inside the church and won't even run over anybody. You won't even get a traffic ticket going inside the black church. Ain't nobody in there no more. Not since Obama. So the other thing I think so there's one thing, he stole the authority. Two, black people just stopped going to church and they started worshiping, Obama. But the devil went down to Georgia. And won the Senate race last night. That's right. Went down to Georgia, and the devil went down to Georgia and won the Senate race there in Georgia last night. But ain't all. Obama was also, he's standing there beside Raphael. Now, Raphael was an angel. I don't know if this boy is anywhere near. But at any rate, Obama was afraid of most black leaders. Julian Bond of the NAACP and of one of the congresspersons out of Georgia as well said Obama ain't black. Jesse Jackson said it too. You see Jesse Jackson out there in the park the night that Obama won the election. He's standing out there in the park crying. The reason being because he wanted to get back on everybody's good side. Because Jesse Jackson was out there talking about Obama ain't black. And the other things that you know about Obama is that he was afraid of the average black man. He was afraid of people like Jesse Jackson, Cornel West. He was afraid of that other fellow that ran with Cornel West. I forget his name. They had that TV show. They said he said something to a woman, so they took it away from him. I forget his name now. But Obama was afraid of the average black leader, so he took up with a fake named Al Sharpton. The way Obama kept convincing black people, because, listen, I was out there landing I'm telling you, boy, going back to 2010, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 11, 12, I was landing out there every day. I mean, I had the Tea Party about 1,000 jumping. I landed out there every day that Obama wasn't black. I mean, everywhere you turn, I landed out there. So Obama, in order to be able to try to pass off his blackness, took up with the likes of Al Sharpton, because Jesse Jackson was not going to give him. Jesse won't go give it. Jesse wouldn't do it. And Obama was afraid of Jesse Jackson, because Obama knew that even though Jesse Jackson was a scoundrel in many ways, at least he's authentically black. Same thing with Cornel West. They're scoundrels, but they're authentically black. And Obama was scared of that, so he took up with a hypocrite like Al Sharpton. But I was defeating. So you need to come on now and helped me defeat him. If y'all had stood with me and not walked away from me and cut off your financial givings and cut off your support, me helping the children, I would have stopped the devil from going down there to Georgia last and winning that election. I would have stopped it. I would have stopped it. Yeah, I could have reached down into the heart of Georgia if y'all had helped me. That's right. I could have reached down there, and I would even got the Hamite people would listen to me if y'all would have helped me. So you need to. If you don't help me now, you're still gonna keep that attitude. You're still gonna keep that. Now Raphael Warnock has become a super, if you will, Negro. That's right. Now, ain't nothing wrong with using the word Negro. Ain't nothing wrong with it. They're just scared of something. He going up there now with Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer gonna shine that boy's shoes and making some chicken and waffles. That's right. And some pork chops. That's right. I don't know if Schumer gonna make pork chops. He may not. But who knows? But he has become a super Negro because now he can tell Joe Manchin, go back to West Virginia and crawl up in a coal mine. Christian Sinema as well, go yourself back out there to Arizona and start sucking water out of a cactus. That's what he can say to all of them. This is a superhero. This man he's number 51 in the Senate. Number 51, about Chuck Schumer. Lord have mercy. And Biden, my time, Biden, they're salivating over this super Negro. This super Negro. Now listen, let me say something to you. You know, many of you are poor now because of Obama. And if you're a pastor, or if you go to a church and look around in your church on Sunday morning, ain't nobody sitting up in there. And just before Obama came, you couldn't even get into church. But Obama black people started worshiping him. And then Obama took away the authority. The one thing that black folk had is he took away the authority. And I suppose you had listened to me going back to 2007 and 2008. I stopped him from doing a whole lot of other things. I stopped him because I was out there every day like white on rice on Obama, the long-legged Mac Daddy. I was out there every day. So don't you get on a high horse, get an attitude, start calling me an Uncle Tom and start calling me whatever it is you're going to call me because I'm telling the truth on you. Your churches are empty, your wife is gone lesbo, and your children are gone crazy. And now, all since Obama, if you could just turn back the clock. So don't you get out there. Don't you start. Don't you act like you, no, you don't. Don't you bet not. No, we could have stopped the devil from going down to Georgia. Now that's the title of a song. All you algorithm people. The devil went down to Georgia is the title of a song. And I don't have to have a copyright to state that. But the election was won last night. All right, so I want y'all to step back in the arena and help me, because if you don't help me, now that you got the super Negro and I'm not being ugly towards black people. Ain't nobody on this planet love black people the way I do. I tell them the truth. I show my love by telling the truth. I live in Harlem. I don't live like all these other scallywags and skinflints that once they get two dimes to rub together, they move to the white neighborhood talking about my children go to a white school. No, I love the black man. And I live in Harlem and been here for 40 years. You can't hold a candle to my love for the black man. But on the other hand, you got this super Negro now. This Raphael Warnock, this is a super Negro. I mean, he got, Lord, the Senate is gonna go off the chain. He gonna send, as I said before, Joe Manchin ain't gonna be able to rattle Joe Biden's chain anymore. This is a super. This Negro here. Woo, you're talking about a powerful, and y'all could have stopped it if you'd helped me. So Biden is gonna run over the Republican Party like a Mack truck running over a skateboard. Y'all better come back to help me. You better come back to help me. I helped you before, and then you ran around there and got behind Trump. No, you better come back over here and help me. And I mean that seriously. And I mean seriously how much deep my love is for the Hamite man. Now, I've been saying black, but you know what Hamite is. You know the son of Ham. Well, there you have it, my friend. The devil went down to Georgia. Me, I'm James David Manning, everybody. I'm the Lord's servant.